Girl Key, I'm back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about Saturday night's main event. This Saturday night's main event had a lot of moments that I did not like. I'm going to just say it straight out like that. I did not care for this version of Saturday night's main event, and I think that there were certain aspects of the show that were important, but then a lot of it was not. And I hate the thought that this is a glorified house show, but maybe that's what they want it to be. Maybe that's what they're going for, so we shouldn't feel like we're gonna get something spectacular every time. But I doubt that's really what they want. But we're gonna get into it. The match I want to start with is Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the U.S. Championship. This match really felt as if it was last minute, and it may not have been. It may have been in the cards. It may have been something they already had planned, but it just felt as if it was rushed, and I felt like it was unnecessary in the beginning before I even watched the show. But even going throughout the show, watching it, I felt like it was rushed, and I think that the women deserve better. Now, a good part of the show was they announced Saturday night's main event for the next time, and they announced Evolution on Sunday, which they put them in I feel as though they put the women in a tight spot, but I'm glad we're having the PLE, and I hope that they actually prepare and give the women time on these shows, because this requires something different. You need to really give the women storylines. You really need to put a lot of stock in this, because it is going to get up against AEW, going up against some things, and I'm like, I hope they're not setting up the women to fail, because they don't deserve that. The women's locker room is too stacked for them for that to be the case, especially when you now have the partnership with TNA. Women from TNA could be able to be on Evolution. Now, one girl needs to stay home, but that's the type of thing that I'm hoping for, and what they're giving us right now with the current product when it comes to the women's division is lacking a lot. And I don't want Evolution to be an excuse not to put the women on the next Saturday night's main event card, because that would be unacceptable, period. Now, the next match is a tag team match of Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. This is one of the better matches of the night, and this was a match that you needed to have, because it leads up to the bigger storyline that's going on Raw. I like the match, and Braun Breaker is a freaking beast. But what caught me off guard was nearing the end, at the end, when Bronson Reed returns. I feel like the crowd was not hype enough, honestly. But Bronson Reed returning to join Seth Rollins, there's a way they can finesse this and make it make sense. It's just, personally, I don't feel as if Seth Rollins has enough clout to make anybody see him as the best opportunity to get up, like, cause he don't got the title. He does not have the title. He does not have a title. You lost your match. Like, at this point, you're just like everybody else. Apologies, but he's just like everybody else. All the thing is, he is wreaking havoc on the main card. That's it. I think Bronson Reed instead, I don't know, Bronson Reed, he could have made them pay. But I do understand the fact they kind of needed somebody that was straight up, had the mouthpiece, and was able to be like, yeah, you a villain, 100% villain. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to say as the reasonings for Bronson Reed joining up with them. Seth becoming the centerpiece of that whole storyline, of that whole group, and the other two are just being his henchmen, because even if he throws them a bone, that's what they are. Gonna keep it a stack. That's what they are. So that already kind of makes me disappointed, and not disappointed, but I'm not as invested, because I don't think he should be the centerpiece. I don't think he should be the one who leads the charge. Instead, he shouldn't be the one doing that. That's how I feel about it. And I don't know what they're gonna do to CM Punk and Sami Zayn. They need somebody, and I don't know if Roman come back anytime soon. I'll be real. I don't know if Roman's coming back anytime soon, so I don't know. R-Truth versus John Cena. This is a matchup that I feel as though not many people were excited to see. They saw it as a joke. And they had a chance to make it not a joke. They had a chance to put some legitimacy on that match, because R-Truth is literally, he's literally a point in history that, you know, he's a legend. I'm gonna say that, he's a legend. I'm not gonna mince my words. He's a legend, and even though he's taken on the role of a, you know, a jokester, of the one who's making the crowd laugh, he still knows how to wrestle. He knows how to get in that ring. So for them to make that how they did, I didn't really like it. They could have had him put in more defense, because if we're going, he moved better than John Cena sometimes. He kind of moves better than John Cena. Older or not, he moves a little better than John. I already expected John Cena to win. It's just, there is a point where you could have threw as a curveball. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Now, this was not as crazy as I thought it was going to be, which I'm glad. It was a good match. I think it's another one of the best good matches of the night. Was a cage match. The whole beef and rivalry between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre did end at a Saturday Night's main event for now. I like Jesse. I like him on commentary, and throughout this match he was a joke. He was hilarious. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre both gave their all. Like, there was like a super, I don't know if it was a suplex. I think it was a suplex. I felt that in my spirit. I felt that all in my spirit. The way they just be moving in that ring and how they inflict pain on one another, it's so beautiful. I feel as though that is what wrestling is. My thing about it is that it really would have been better to me when it comes to this feud, because of how crazy it was, and how I think Drew McIntyre kind of questioned Damian Priest's gangster, because I'm not gonna say Drew punked him, but a lot of times I felt as if he punked Damian Priest. Now that concerto, like, no, we don't gotta do that. That had me. I don't even know how they make that look real, because there's no way y'all doing that. But I don't know how they make that look real at all. That's just a sidebar. But they choosing that time to, you know, allow Drew McIntyre to have some time off, which he deserves. I just feel as though Damian Priest could have pinned Drew. I think he could have pinned Drew. If we were gonna go all out. Don't have him walk out the ring now. Although I do legitimize winners by walking out the ring. I won't. Sometimes you need to walk out the ring. But when it comes to that, they've had so much bad blood. Why not have him pin him? Like, put a bow on it. Now, our main event, which now I thought about it, this makes sense to be our main event, was Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. Now, they both did good. You know what I'm saying? Jey Uso, I feel as though y'all don't give him enough credit, because that man is a vet. He might not do nothing spectacular, but that man is a vet, and he shows y'all that in his actions. I really enjoyed how there was not any brass knuckles to be found in this match, because those brass knuckles pissed me off. They pissed me off bad. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They pissed me off bad. Logan Paul and Jey Uso put on a good show. I was here for a little pin, you know, no interruptions, because I was thinking maybe John said all that stuff because, you know, maybe at Saudi they gonna chop it up. But no. John Cena decides to come in and interrupt Jey Uso's match and try to help Logan Paul. This moment in time right here, I was ready. I was ready to get pissed off, and I was ready to say bye. I was ready to say bye. For a little bit, I would not be making wrestling videos. If Logan Paul won, I'm not gonna lie. Or I would have switched to AEW. I'm not capping. I'm so dead serious. But instead, the man Cody Rhodes comes out and saves Jey Uso. Now, I have never been so happy to see Cody Rhodes at all in my life until then. That right there, I was like, American Nightmare, I guess. You're not as bad as I once thought you were. But I really do. I really enjoyed Cody Rhodes helping Jey Uso. None of Jay's family was there, so fine, it made sense. But I really thought maybe Sammy or CM Punk was going to help or something, you know, but they got beat up. Bronson Reed beat them up, so, you know, I guess that makes sense. I'm glad that was, like, when I say there were certain points of this PLE that was important, that's one of the things that were important. Bronson Reed, Cody Rhodes, very important parts of the whole storyline going forward. Saturday Night's main event needs to step it up. I don't care if you are not treating this seriously, if they are not putting their stocks into it. I think it's very important for them to start putting every single event and making it serious, because if they do not, WWE is going to be in trouble with kind of, I'm not going to say losing their fans, but they're going to become, fans are going to become less interested in what they have to put out if you're not really, if you're not paying attention to what, not the fans want, but if you're not paying attention to the things the fans are saying. If they are, I have never in my time of being on IWC have seen such, and it's no disrespect to no AEW fans, but y'all know how the tribalism comes. Even the most tribalist accounts were talking about how AEW might be the move. Even them, it was so positive on double. I don't know if it's called Double or Nothing. Whatever PLE was on Sunday, it was so positive, and it's an option. It's an option, although it's not the same as WWE, but there's some familiar faces, and it's possible for people to stop watching WWE for a while and go to AEW. It is. So I think they're especially if they're gonna do these, if you're gonna compete when it comes to the numbers, like even if their numbers aren't matching WWE's at all, if they are consistently growing and stuff, that means some of your fans are looking at AEW. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. So I think going forward, they need to put more attention into what's going on, and making these feuds actually feel intense, making them actually feel as if there's something on the line and we should be paying attention. You got to grab the attention. And even with the women, because the women are hungry and they are ready for that opportunity, you don't need to drop the ball with the storylines with the women's division, period. I don't care. You need to really put in stocks on that. Put in stocks in your mid-card and actually pay attention to what's going on. But that is my feelings on Saturday Night's main event. You guys let me know how you guys felt about it. And overall, I'd say it was a 6. 6 out of 10. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!